Who wants to see the best analog sticks ever devised, known to man? I've just stumbled across them. Well, I didn't stumble across them. They were long in planning. But I got around to fitting them in this pad because it needed. It's just on in the background for a test. It needed. Let me take these off. Take them off. They're dust cups. It needed completely new mechanical pots. They came out of there because they were really wide open on the dead spot, so they're shit. But now it's got new pots in there, but you won't believe what I put in there. And Xbox One Elite V2 pots, version 2 pots. Why have I rubbed off that? I can't see it through there. Right, a bit haphazard with the rubber. Right, that's gone back on there. And I had to change the pot size, 10.24. So not only did I put new pots in, but then I had to desolder. Right, they were the original ones off of those blue pots. So I got rid of them first, got them out, put the new pots in. Then I had to desolder these bloody things because they were too small. Put in 4 greys to open it out, and then do the trim pot in. 100, 100, 50 on axis 3 and 100 on axis 2. As you can see, that 09020 is absolute maximum that I will tolerate. And what's that? I tried hundreds on axis 3 to open out the circularity because it was bloody tight. I didn't like it. I mean, even 100k, 50k was no better on the 09020 result. So I got away with using 100 just to open it out to average error, of 10%. It's just got away with it. Right. What else can I add? Oh yeah, this Frankenstein pad was, I think it was an aftermarket case. Let's pick it up, get a closer look. Come on, come on. It's shelling and cracking, and where's the other one? Cracks. That entire ridge fell off, so I super glued it all back on, but it's a little bit lumpy bumpy. But I have found that you can buff most scuffs out of your control pads using these file blocks. There you go, file, buff, smooth, shine. Let's get rid of that. They're helpful. As you can see, there's me mould, and that is why the hole is in the centre there for me little infills for me tops. They're the ones from the original Dualshock 4 mould tests. These were the transparent sticks that came out of here that I'm not using anymore. I've got something better than that. And then my custom made stick mounts and bits and bobs. Right, let's pick this up and give myself a nice back surface. That'll do. What we got, take the rubbers off. Oh, let's come out with it. So that's the overcap. That's a infill rubber that just sits in there to give it a bit of a domage. Put that on there. Let's do the same over here. Focus, and it's gone in the cap again, as it does. So you can have it concave, convex, either side. Right, let's put them on the table. Actually, I'm going to lose them otherwise. I don't want to lose bits on the floor. Let's get the screwdriver. Here we go. Xbox One 6-star. I think that's the one that opens the pads, and it also works in the custom grub screw mount for tensioning. So let me just do that. Look, sloppy, slop, slop. Right, now turn it up. Max. Spring back. I don't like it. I calibrated them as sloppy as I could to get them to return to centre in their least springy position. Sorry about that, I had to just wind it back in. Now, you can make the T-nuts whatever length you want. Take the T-nut off. There you go. T-nuts. Did the little washers come with it? Don't want to lose that. There we go. Bearing with sellotape round it to. Right. There's no way of really organising this video very well, but let's there you go. Wrapped it to 9.6mm to equal the stock shaft width of. Pick it up and they're around 9.6. So when I do my circularity test with my case and my pad, and I calibrated the dead spot and all the rest of it, it came up as a stock pad equal to. Otherwise, this would throw my response curve out compared to original pads, which is something you don't really want to do because your controls will be all over the bloody place and your calibrations from one pad to another will be completely wrong. So, come on. Right, washer. And that little washer, that was below the bearing to represent the dust cup eventual thickness. But I've not put dust caps in just because I'm in the process of what do you call it? Concept work. Give that a little tweak. Xbox One Elite V2 pod with a come on sprung tension piston. Custom made. Right, let's keep it in there. Oh yeah, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a tweak with me spanner. I won't go mad because I don't want to break the blood thing. And if you find that you use this and in game everything unwinds, then that means I've got to put some sort of thread lock on the base, because you've got grub screws and then you've got rotation at the top as well, so you don't want them unloosening in use. And that is the smallest thread, so I'm not sure if that would be more likely to undo than the other one, but you can always get thread lock for permanent fixture. Right, let's put it all back on. I'm sorry I have to do it over the phone because these components are so fiddly small. Let's try and I'm just letting it rotate in my fingers, in my thumbs even. I don't want to go mad with it because I don't want it tighter than the base, because then it will unwind. I just want it tight enough that it doesn't unwind while I'm playing games. But I haven't done any extensive testing with this because I've only just sort of put it together. Oh, that was what I was going to say. I have tested. I've got 4mm and 3.5mm solid tops. Not these ones. I haven't actually put them on. They're back in that box. That's in the full parts box. I'm not going into it. But I tested with a 4mm cap on top of that bearing and a 3.5, and then I picked up the white pad in the distance, with the official sticks on there, and I put them together and I shone light through it, and you can see light over the top of my analog stick, which means in theory my sticks can be 0.2mm shorter than officials, which means they will be more responsive at the highest sensitivity ratings in game. So I can go at greater sensitivities, but also you can go really tall and whack your in-game sensitivities right up, and then you can use a bearing of whatever size you want to bring in the circularity max turn rate. So you can deaden your max turn rate mechanically. You can do everything mechanically, apart from, well, yeah, you can reset your dead spot now because I've put the trim pots in there, and the little screwdriver actuated digital trim pots for the circuit current flow. And you've got tension pins, screw actuated tension pins. But as you can see, that is not a good result, that 09020 max. It might be just luck of the draw of the pot I soldered in. If I'd have soldered them opposite way round, then my aim stick would have been a lot better. But I ain't fucking about with that anymore. Really not. Conceptually it works. Right, what was I going to show? What have I not covered? Oh, that was the Xbox, the old one. 2 circuit boards in here, 2 PCBs. That one has to be really, really high, so the clearance from the dust cup is crucial. Normal Star Wars with, I've seen this before if you've seen my videos, Star Wars with Trooper beer bottle caps. They seemed to be apt because they were stormtroopers. I want Imperial Trooper bottle caps like the insignia. They would have done the best there because they would have been round straight through the middle. Beggars can't be choosers. And then there's my other one that is set up the same as that, which could have these dust cups in. Oh yeah, I'll show you. Oh. This was, I think it was like a Dualshock 3. Yeah, this wasn't an official Dualshock 3. And these larger dust cups here are smaller than the Dualshock 3. These are like, there's 2 different metal sizes. And this was the later gen Dualshock 4 size. So, as you can see, it fits inside and is, I've got to get on my knees now if I can. Get low, move all that crap out of the way. There you go, lot lower, the right one for seating height. So the hemisphere is all different, but anything is possible when I get on the case. Blow my own trumpet, eh? But all manner of parts and components. Let's just put this back together. And I use, what is that on screen? Playroom as a test ground for some of the functionality of the control pad, as well as the gamepad tester gamepad-tester.com for all the rest of the functions of the control pad, and obviously plugging and charging and pairing. You've got to plug it in your machine just to see if you've done it all right, and your ribbon cables are good, because anything and everything can go wrong. So I'll end the video there because I'm going to struggle to put these caps back on with one hand. Thank you for watching this update of an accidental genius moment. Goodbye.